and girls of all ages, welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Now, by now, you've probably heard of Alabama senatorial candidate, former judge, and human Cracker Barrel hybrid, Roy Moore. Last week, allegations surfaced that when Moore was an assistant district attorney in the 1970s, he had sexual contact with a 14-year-old, which would be appropriate only if he were a 14-year-old assistant district attorney. Kind of like a douchey Hauser. Now, Moore, I'd watch that show. A horror show. Moore, to defend himself, he went on the Hannity radio, right, to strongly make things much worse.
Do you remember dating girls that young at that time?
Not generally, no.
Not generally, no, but specifically, you betcha. But again, not generally. Most of the time, I am not touching teenagers. For example, I'm not touching them one right now. Oh, I am? Thank God this is radio. Then, Moore clarified.
I don't remember ever dating any girl without the permission of her mother.
What? Wait, how did you just make this creepier? Permission from her mother?
Get
She's a
out.
14-year-old girl, not a field trip.
Get out.
Now, you think all of this would immediately disqualify him as a candidate, but according to a recent poll, Alabama evangelicals are more likely to support Roy Moore after sexual assault allegations. Oh, okay, I see. So Alabama evangelical is like Long Island iced tea. It isn't what it says it is, and it makes me want to puke. Oh. So things are looking pretty bad for Roy Moore, but there's still a chance he could weather this storm, as long as nothing else. And this afternoon, a new Roy Moore accuser claimed he violently assaulted her when she was 16. And this latest accuser has proof that Moore knew exactly how old she was because he signed her yearbook. To a sweeter, more beautiful girl, I could not say Merry Christmas. Christmas 1977, love Roy Moore, DA. That is disturbing, but it could still play well with evangelicals because he didn't say Happy Holidays, okay? That's a deal breaker. Ooh. Merry Christmas. Wow. But not everybody wants more anymore, which is why some Republicans are floating the idea of delaying the December 12th special election in order to get Moore's name off the ballot. Wait, you can just do that? You can just move an election where you want if that's the case. Can we move the next presidential up to tonight? Tonight? Yeah, we got time.
You ready? You
We
ready?
got time between now and midnight. And today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell made an even stronger statement.
I think he should step aside.
Or do you believe these allegations to be true?
I believe the women, yes.
What is this strange feeling? And I'm not sure if this is the word, I agree with Mitch McConnell? Oh. Is this a dream? Oh. Somebody pinch me, just not Roy Moore. But, yeah, I'm alive. But not everybody was willing to take a side. When asked about Roy Moore, Trump claimed he wasn't up on the story. Believe it or not, even when I'm in Washington and New York, I do not watch much television. I know they like to say, people that don't know me, they like to say I watch television. People with fake sources, you know, fake reporters. All day long, I see them on TV saying I watch TV all day long. Fake news. Didn't happen. Not gonna... And he told reporters what he's doing instead of watching TV. I don't get to watch much television, primarily because of documents. I'm reading documents a lot and different things. I actually read much more than I watch television. And my documents have all of the best letters. We got A, B, L, O, O with that little kickstand, Mr. Snake, and the rest, of course. LMNOP. And of course, Trump's still on his whirlwind tour of Asia. While in Vietnam, he met with Vladimir Putin in what appears to be Elaine Bryant, and at the big and tall, and at the meeting. Very flattering. Very flattering. Trump got to the bottom of Russian interference in the 2016 election by using his most powerful investigative tool, asking Putin if he did it. He said he didn't meddle. Every time he sees me, he says, I didn't do that. Yeah, and we know from past experience, you can always trust a guy who repeatedly denies allegations. Look at Weinstein, Cosby, Ailes, O'Reilly, Louis C.K., Brett Ratner, Bill Clinton, and future Senator Roy Moore. Trump says, all good guys, by the way. All good guys. Kitchen cabinet, my kitchen cabinet. Now, Trump says Putin's taking the allegation personally, adding, I think he is very insulted by it. And I believe it. I mean, no one wants to take the blame for Trump being elected. Now, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Now, as you can imagine, the president siding with Russia over his intelligence agencies did not go over very well. So the next day, Trump took the opportunity to declarify his position.
What I said, I'm surprised that there's any conflict on this. What I said there is that I believe he believes that, and that's very important for somebody to believe.
Yes, very important. I know from long experience that believing is the most important part of lying. For instance, I didn't collude with Russia, and I completely believe that I believe that. Believe me. But there was one guy Trump did have harsh words for. North Korean leader and rogue Campbell's kid, Kim Jong-un. Trump gave a speech in South Korea over the trip calling out Kim Jong-un, and North Korean state media responded, reckless remarks by an old lunatic like Trump will never scare us or stop our advance. The president immediately tweeted back, why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old when I would never call him short and fat? Oh well, I try so hard to be his friend, and maybe someday that will happen. Oh. Okay. There's a lot to unpack from this presidential tweet. First of all, North Korea called him an old lunatic, and his response was, what do you mean old? I'm young. I'm crazy. Virile. Crazy. But tough. Secondly, I would never call him short and fat. Way to defuse the nuclear standoff, Donald. Trump would be a horrible hostage negotiator. Listen, there's no need to harm the hostages, you fat, bald fatty. Why don't you go kidnap a chili dog, you chubster? You know what? I dare you to kill him. I dare you to kill him and then eat him. We got a great show for you tonight. Elton John is here. Elton John. Bucket man. But when we return, I sit down with former Vice President Joe Biden. Stick around, please.